Good morning. I have been to the store and back already. I have to make some more onion water. The red onions, I puree them and I use them for the quercetin. So I have to make a batch again. Usually I buy two big bags of onions, and today I did the same thing. I bought two big bags, but they've gone up in price. They went from like 230 something to 450 a bag, six onions in each bag, and they went up to 450. I had to get two bags. So hang on just a minute. I've got my cat sitting out on the patio, so he's enjoying the cool air, and I'm in here doing my quercetin water. Now you need these type of trays if you're going to follow what I'm doing. If you're going to do the same thing, I buy these trays. They're easy to get them out, and I do freeze my quercetin water in those. But I literally cut up all these onions. So that's 12 onions, and I puree them with water. And then what I do is I take this after it's smoothed out and all the chunks are gone. And sometimes I'm not good at watching. So sometimes I have little chunks. So I'm drinking it through a straw, metal straw, in the morning. And sometimes I get like a little piece of onion in there. So this is what I do now. I have to keep checking on my cat because there's neighbors that feed the pigeons. They're not supposed to, but they do. And so there's pigeons and he's enjoying it. So, all right. So this is what I do now. I just literally just pour it in to the ice cubes trays. And I'm not fancy. I just, like, I don't care. They freeze and then they come out and I put them in baggies and I put them in the freezer. So that's it. That's all I do. But I have to put them in the freezer, and I didn't clean the freezer out to make room for them. So, yeah. Okay, so this is how I do after they're frozen. I get the little baggies, and I don't like plastic, but that's all you can do, right? So I put them in the little freezer bags, and this getting to be a pain in the ass. Anyway, I put them in the freezer bags, and in the morning, I'm going to show you that too. In the morning, I drink out of the mason jars, right? So in the morning, I literally take this, and I put four of the onion ice cubes. I had to move you. I had to move you because a lot of this stuff I'm doing is in this corner. I don't have a big kitchen, and so it gets to be a bit of a pain in the butt. So these are the onions, the red onions. They're high in quercetin. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fill these couple of ice cube trays and then start on the next batch. And you don't have to be fancy. There's nothing fancy about my methods at all. Okay, that's a second tray going in the freezer. Now, I did break an ice cube tray, so I'm going to have to get another one, but this is good enough for now. It came apart in two pieces, so anyway. All right, so that's what I do there, and it's all gone. That's only five of these five onions will make this whole blender full of onions. So you'd almost think I couldn't talk. Okay, so I put the four ice cubes in here, and then I fill it full of water. And it takes a while for the onions to break down in the like when they're frozen. So these ice cubes will sit in here, and I use a spoon. It literally breaks it down in fiber, and then I drink them through this. Now, before I drink this, I take a little bit of pink Himalayan salt and I put it on my tongue. But I'll show you that. I'll show you that. Okay, so the next thing I got to do is I have to continue pureeing my onions. So I don't know if you can see this. I'm trying to be so organized and it's not working. It's not working. In between checking the cat that he hasn't tried to jump off the balcony. Okay, so you just take your quercetin, and I've had this blender since I got married, since before my kids were born, and my kids are all like well into their 40s, and they're going up in age. So yeah, so this blender is old. It's old, and it still works like a charm. So I don't even think I want to get rid of it if it didn't work, because it just has so many memories. You don't realize what you have until you lose it. Yeah. Okay, so I chop it up and then I just put in the blender. You cannot see a damn thing. My blender is very hot, so I might let it cool down after this. Um, but that's how I do it. That's how I get my quercetin. I cannot afford the supplements. The supplements are way too expensive. I just can't do it. So this is going to have to suffice. I keep my pink Himalayan salt in mason jars. I use mostly mason jars. I mean, my cupboard is full of them. It's full of mason jars. Okay, so a little bit of pink Himalayan salt. And get a metal straw because, ugh. There, and so that's that. Now there's only a little bit of onion left, and then I have all these ones to do. This is 6. So 2 ice cube trays is 6 quercetin onions, because I only use about a quarter cup of water. Okay, that's what your rate is. Okay, so then, and they're very strong, very high in quercetin, very. Okay, so. Here we go. It's filled right to the top. I'm going to have a heck of a time trying to edit this video. Now, I don't know if any of you are as old as I am, but I'm 66, well, going to be 66. And I can't afford the air conditioning system that they have in place in the building I live in. I can't afford the cost. And so not only do I do this to save money on buying quercetin supplements, but I also have to find other ways to stay cool. I use the old-fashioned rip towel in the freezer, wet it, and put it in the freezer, and then put it around my neck. I also have, where did I put it? The weird things I came up with. So, you know, I don't even know what this is for. I think it was, it's one of those freezer things that you put in with your food. So I put it in the freezer and I get it frozen. And then I tuck it right in my shirt. And you know what? It just keeps me cool. The towel helps. This helps. I try to keep all the lights off as much as I can during the day. The curtains closed. If there's a breeze, I will open the window, the patio window, and I will put the fan in front so that the fan blows the hot air out. But that's just, those are some of the things that I have to do in order to accommodate. You know, I'm not the richest person in the world, right? So yeah, so I'm cutting these up now. I only have one tray left. I'm going to have to go buy some more. So I have this broken one. So this amount here, half of this strainer, I'm going to blend and puree, and that's going to do this. But I still have 4 onions left. So I'm going to go and get 2 more ice cube trays, and I'm going to stockpile the ice cubes, the onion ice cubes, because I have a tendency to run out in the middle of things, you know, like I'll need to, in the middle of the week or something, I will be down to my last 4 ice cubes. So I want to make sure I have them, and it's hard to get the red onions. They're always running out of the red onions. I don't know why. I mean, maybe the restaurants are buying them up, but I have a hell of a time getting 2 bags of red onions at one time. Yeah, so I had to go early this morning to get them. And I do drink it, see? Like, it's an acquired taste. I'm going to complete this and move on with my day, but I wanted to make sure that I put this out today because I did have some people that I spoke to at the local grocery store, and we were discussing the fact that I get my quercetin from the red onions, and they were interested. And so, you know, I kind of acknowledged their interest, and I told them about this channel, and if they want to follow along my health journey, then indeed do so. I encourage you to research everything. I mean, I'm not, you know, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a professional. This is my healing journey, and I've been there and back, okay? I had a heart attack. I had 2 strokes. I had 3 bouts of cancer, 1 carcinoma, and 2 melanomas. So I've been there, done that, right? And I take no medication. So if this works for me, and if you can pick up some type of, like, you know, curiosity where you're going to research the things you're putting into your body, listen, I was a heavy smoker for 47 years. And the morning I had the stroke, that anxiety level went right through the roof because I said no more cigarettes. I crushed them all out. I even put water in them so I wouldn't go back and take them. I'm a old school girl, right? I can roll shanks. And I thought, no, I'm not doing it. No, no, no. And I put water in the garbage so I couldn't take the tobacco out and roll it. That's how desperate I was at that time. And you know, I haven't smoked since. It's been 9 years and I haven't touched it. I don't even like when people smoke around me, but I am slowly bringing my health back. I do have an amalgam filling in the back that is going to be removed, and I'm fairly certain that's what's created a lot of my health issues. And you know, a lot of them are circling around the heart, but I am slowly pulling back. I'm also doing holistics for my gum recession in the front, and I will go through that at a later date, but I don't want to overwhelm you. This is strictly for the quercetin and for my heart health, and I do this like clockwork. So I shall see you in the next video. The good Lord be willing. And you know what? Take care of your health. Take care of that body because it's the only one you got. And be aware of stress, because stress is one of the biggest problems that we have in this world. And that's why we're all dealing with that inflammation in our gut. And our microbiome is being knocked out of shape. So, you know, research it. So I shall see you in the next video. The good Lord be willing. Namaste.